This is my third semester here at LaGuardia. I chose LaGuardia because it was a decent college. I've heard a lot of good news from friends and from family. They suggested the school to me, and I felt this was a logical choice. You know, they had a lot of programs that I was interested in, and it made sense. It made perfect sense to come here, and it was in a decent location for me to get to commute to on a daily basis, and everything just fit perfectly, and that's why I chose LaGuardia. Before I actually came to LaGuardia, I was working at a shoe store, well, the shoe department of a large department store. It was a dead-end job. There was no progress, no room for progress. So I was there for 3 years, and during that time I realized I need to get a better higher education so I can get a better job or something aiming towards a career. And that's when I made the decision to come to LaGuardia, or just the decision to go to college in general. And then little by little, talking to friends and family and learning about LaGuardia is when I made the decision to come here. But before that, the 3 years were very terrible. It was a low-wage job. It was a low-end job, and it was just something that it was kind of a wake-up call. So I realized, okay, I need to do something better with my life. I need to do something that's going to help me progress. And that's when I made the decision to come to LaGuardia. Through doing my own research, talking with friends who actually came to the school, so they had been here before. They said it was a good college. They recommended it to me. And after doing my own research, I felt like, this is a very good choice for me. It has good programs that I'm actually interested in and I care about. So it was a logical choice. It fit in properly with my plans, my life's goal. What impressed me most with LaGuardia is how efficient the professors are with the students. Considering each semester's average around 3 months, I've always felt since I started here that I was constantly learning something new that actually benefited my life overall. Not just for academics and school, but I've actually learned something that was important to me, that I felt like that was the difference between a high school knowledge versus college. And I gained a new understanding, and every professor just kept expanding on that. So even though I was in different classes, in computer class or English class or whatever it was, my mind was always going further another step. And I always felt after every semester there was more progress being made. And I guess that's what impressed me the most, how efficient the professors have been. So far, I think the two most important things I've learned, definitely art history, learning a lot about that, kind of expanded my mind a lot on just art overall. And I felt that after I've taken the art history class, that I was able to conversate, or converse rather say, more easily with people about art. I was able to express my ideas about art and not be super simplistic, like, oh, this looks cool, or this looks good, or I like the colors. I could actually have a full-on conversation about the direction of the art, the style, any type of techniques that were used. So I felt that was really important. And learning a bunch of programs I've never used before. So Adobe Photoshop, pretty much anything in the Adobe suite that's Creative Suite 6. So anything in there basically is important, because my field is video games. And if that doesn't work out in the end, I could always fall back to maybe web design or even just photoshopping in general. So some sort of creative art job, if that doesn't work out. I mean, obviously it's a stepping stone to help me get to, gaming hopefully in the future. But if it doesn't work out, I could always use the skills in another field. So I think that, that's very important. Because it's not just for school. It could be actually used in a real world, in a real company, for real projects that need to be done. So definitely, it opens up many doors, and you have options.
Right.
So you have options to choose between, which field, you fit into. After I graduate from LaGuardia, I guess I expect to take a little bit of time, figure out what my next move is. Primarily, look for another job, and from there see if I can get some form of type of work. And afterwards, I'm still debating on the decision to go to a 4-year college. So either one or maybe even both of those things may happen. I expect them both to happen eventually after I graduate. So either continuing my education to go to a 4-year school, or just working, or maybe both. We'll see, depending on how I'm feeling after I graduate.